Jamaica is located in the Western Caribbean Sea, just a 2-hour flight from Miami. It's a small island of roughly 2.8 million people, yet its cultural influence reaches every corner of the globe. We all know Bob Marley and reggae music, heard the dancehall rhythms woven into hip-hop and pop, seen the traces of Rastafari found far beyond Jamaica's shores. Kingston, the capital, is where we'll be based for 2 weeks. The city has a bad reputation for being dangerous, and many residents do contend with violence, political dysfunction, an astronomical cost of living, and some of the craziest potholes we've ever seen. But this isn't a story about Jamaica's problems. It's a story about its people, and about how, despite challenges, Jamaicans continue to create and export culture that shapes the world.
Long time we not no nice time, so we decide to go and to the club tonight. With the queen by my side and the spliff a light. The stress build up inside now seems so light.
Kingston is a hot spot for the dancehall parties. It's the every night 3 parties in one night. Sunday to Sunday, you can party every day in Kingston.
Yeah, I saw it was like Sunday, it's like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. one party, yes. 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. another party, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m.
It's like going on another job.
Sashi and Chippy are local dancers living the Jamaican dancehall lifestyle. A full cultural world, born in Kingston's inner city communities. After gaining independence from the British, many ended up here in search of economic opportunity. A period of hope, but also turmoil. In the 1970s, political violence intensified. Neighborhoods aligned with either the PNP or the JLP, the 2 dominant parties at the time. Simply crossing into the wrong area came with consequences. At the same time, people showed up in the thousands at sound system parties. Towering stacks of speakers rolled into empty lots or right on the street. It was here that dancehall emerged. A musical genre, yes, but also a dance and a fashion movement. Now it's a global phenomenon, an example of how the culture of this small island nation continues to influence the world.
So do people go every day?
Yes, you have some that do, because dancehall is not just for the dancers or the artists or the selector. We have people that earn, it's a workspace for them, people who sell in the party. So every party that they go, they're needed. People want gum, some cigarettes, so they're there for you.
So people like it, but there's also like a whole economic ecosystem basically built around it. So why do you think Jamaicans love to party so much?
Wow, I really would ask like my ancestors, to my other ancestors about that one. I guess the music just move us. We just can't help it. Whether they have a good day or a bad day, we're just like a good vibe kind of people, just let loose.
And you guys just love dancing, right?
It's just free, you know? Just free, and it saves us from a lot, you know? Because we could have been in different spaces around different people, doing a lot of different things. We can express yourself to any music, whether it's happy, it's sad, it's crazy. For me, dancers are even actors. Where you express on yourself. That's how we can tell it. You're telling a story.
So the moves, like when you go to the parties, I've seen videos. It seems like everyone knows the steps. Like how does that happen?
So when you come out in the night, you have specific routines that goes to specific songs. And we just keep on doing it over and over and again. Other dancers come to the space, see what is going on, they start to learn it.
So that's cool. It makes it so people who don't know each other can still kind of like interact with each other, speak the same language, and it's like a nice thing. It was really nice to meet Sashi and Chippy and see them dance a little bit. And it's about 8 p.m. now. We're gonna part ways for a few hours and then meet at the dance hall party called Weddy Weddy Wednesdays at midnight, because that is when things start. So we got about 4 hours to kill. I'm gonna drink some caffeine, and then it's gonna be baby's first dance hall party.
Even though it's a weeknight, Kingstonians are out and about. The MC is on the mic. People are on the dance floor. And things don't get started until very, very late.
It's almost 1 a.m. and things are like just starting to kick off. So these happen pretty late and we're waiting for our friend Sashi. He fell asleep, but he should be here soon with his crew. And it's a cool vibe so far, I like it.
The party is part performance, part competition, part fashion show, and part theater. Costume changes, video shoots, dance moves like you've never seen.
So Weddy Weddy Wednesday, I want to keep the legend in my life, you know.
Then at 2 a.m., it all ends suddenly.
After the party, the thing to do is get jerk chicken before you head to the next one, because there's actually a party after this. Unfortunately, there are vendors out here already ready, and it's smelling amazing. So the thing is, when you first reach the party, you smell the smoke of the jerk chicken, and it's amazing. And then you go in, it's a different kind of smoke from a specific herb that is popular on this island. I will leave it to you to guess what that is. So different types of smoke going on here.
In another part of town, another party will last until the break of dawn. And the cycle continues every single day of the week.
It's really cool to look back on this trip to Jamaica. It all looks so seamless now on the screen, but trust me, it took a lot of planning. Now, if you're the go-to travel planner in your group like I am, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Fora. Fora is a modern travel agency built for people who are interested in turning their passion for travel planning into a fulfilling business. You get to do what you love, which is plan incredible trips. And as a Fora advisor, you get expert training, powerful booking tools, and access to a global community of travel experts to help you start and grow a travel business on your own terms. Every hotel, cruise, or experience you book earns you commission. So getting started can be as easy as booking a trip for someone you already know. So let's say I want to book a trip for a friend to Jamaica. Look at all of these incredible cruise options. And this one here goes to multiple Caribbean destinations. And here are all the amazing all-inclusive resort options. So let's say I were to book the Cliff Hotel for my friend as a Fora advisor, I would earn commission on this booking. With a network of over 7,000 preferred travel partners, Fora gives you the ability to offer clients VIP perks like upgrades, resort credits, and late checkout. This allows you to deliver amazing experiences and build a business that people keep coming back to. So if you're interested in turning your passion for travel planning into a meaningful source of income, check out Fora. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/dotsonaMap. That's foratravel.com/dotsonaMap. And don't forget to let them know we sent you. You'll really be supporting the channel as well.
Jamaica's population is over 90% African, a legacy of its colonial past. The Spanish arrived in 1494, doing what colonizers usually do before the island was seized by the British in 1655. They built a sugar empire on the backs of enslaved Africans. Slavery ended in 1838, and Jamaica finally gained independence in 1962. Tourism is the country's economic engine today, drawing millions seeking its culture and natural beauty. But there are two Jamaicas. The one tourists see at all-inclusive resorts, and the one where most Jamaicans live. Kingston largely belongs to the latter. Many of Jamaica's cultural movements took shape here, from dancehall to Rastafari, and most famously, reggae music.
The world knows Trenchtown through the music, the reggae music, and Bob took it and established it.
Trenchtown may just be the most influential musical neighborhood in history. You've heard of the artists from here: Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer. The Culture Yard is a preserved piece of the government housing project built in the 1940s. Bob Marley lived here as a teenager and began making music right here in this courtyard.
And you knew Bob Marley personally.
Of course,
What was he
course.
like? What was his personality
Yeah, man,
like?
well, Bob always around the music. I don't have Bob as just a musician. He was that person who have that spirit of wanting things to happen, changes, bringing people together. He was very spiritual. And even the music you hear him sing, you can see the spirituality and listen it in his music.
What was it like for the community here when he exploded?
Yeah, man. A lot of people, they weren't expecting it to be like that. But I don't know if you can have someone else like that.
Yeah, it's
He's
hard
the
to achieve
only
it.
one.
Yeah.
No one else, no kid, no I'm son, them, no other can be like him. Bobby's a one half in the earth.
What does he mean to Jamaica?
Bobby put Jamaica on the map. Anyway, you go and say Jamaica, they say Bob Marley. If you say Bob Marley, they say Jamaica Trench, especially Trench.
I just learned how Bob went, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, 36 is so young.
Yeah.
And skin
I want
cancer?
them say Jesus died at 36, you know.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
At 36 years, them say that Jesus was crucified.
Are you Rastafarian?
Of course.
So you eat vegetarian?
Of course. Definitely. Trencho was a more Rastafarian-oriented community. This is the bed, man. When you hear them sing about what, the single bed? The single bed. When you hear them sing about,
The single bed, yeah?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Make you get a
from my
photograph of
single
it.
bed.
He's in the same room.
We'll share the shelter.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so this is the single bed. Damn.
I'm feeling.
There are simply too many legends that come from Trenchtown to call it a coincidence. Many point to these unique living quarters as the reason, where families lived in small rooms surrounding shared courtyards. Because of these close quarters, music and storytelling was everywhere. Creativity was exchanged and spread like wildfire across Jamaica and then the world.
Can you tell me about Ganja and Jamaican or Rastafarian life?
Well, I will sacrament that thing. Spiritual guidance when you smoke, you know. Now don't smoke like we hear people smoke them drugs and the cocaine and thing. No. It's just, ganja is a thing when you smoke ganja, you can go within your meditation. Go sit down and it's a medicinal herb. It's good for a lot of things.
Yeah. So think about life.
Yeah. You just
calm.
go within yourself. And you
Broaden your brain, your mind.
You see,
broaden your mind,
a lot of the medicine they using nowadays have ganja. They use ganja for a lot of things. And ganja is not original from Jamaica. You know?
Oh, it's not?
No, it was brought from India.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, to Jamaica.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So Ganja is a part of life from
Of course,
a young age.
fine,
Like
yeah, man.
families together.
Yes.
Okay?
My father usually have it in bottle. So when you have like a cool and thing, but as I say, brain food.
Yeah,
As I
best
say,
for the
brain
mind,
food.
for broadening the mind.
Yes.
That was great to see the Trenchtown Culture Yard, get a tour, see the origins of Bob Marley and so much iconic reggae music. I would say the museum is definitely worth a visit.
I feel like I wanted to cry. Now I can touch the sky. Now well, what if me did give up? I'm my goals and my dreams that I'm holding so high. Good thing me never reported. The fire that burning deep down inside. The journey continues. We no fear any check with the wicked them a issue then. Life is like a riddle. The same out say no say yes. When the blessing them triple. Believe in yourself, relieve in your strength. Bad minds think like a rank in a melon. Not the most I dwell. For me mobile cell, but me life is music motivate me on the struggle that we see every day. You know what I mean? It's like we grew up in this inner city that is not really easy to survive. So the struggle is what builds you and makes you stronger.
In another part of Trenchtown, we meet Anunnaki, an up-and-coming reggae artist. Kingston is probably the most creative city we've been to anywhere in the world. Seemingly everyone here is striving to become a musician and putting in the effort to make their dreams a reality. We're helping film a music video for Anu's latest song. The location is Fathers United for Change, a community organization empowering young men to choose music over guns as a means of getting out of poverty.
So is music like escape, joy, grief?
You can say probably it's all of the above, but we use music for inspiration. As you say, is a way of escaping to a way of like just renewing your spirit.
And tell me about growing up here. What was it like?
It's a community base, so we have to live with each other. It's like you have to learn how to live with people, and it teach you a lot because it's not easy, you know what I mean? Sometimes the struggles that we face make we even more wiser to the system. So it's a gratitude for grow up in the inner city.
We ain't mistake, we want the fake and the pretentious. We side the wicked, them a weep and repent. While me sipping roots and I'm a rum and pimento. Up on me, I do a fidel cross me fence.
And what do you sing about?
Rastafari is what save I and I. And through music, I and I can deliver the works and the teachings of Rastafari. Because the teachings of Rastafari is what reggae music was created for.
So there's so many musicians and artists. We've met so many. Why do you think Jamaica is so creative?
I think maybe because like the struggles that we go through, and the struggles, the joy, the enjoyment, the culture, the food.
It's coming from our ancestors, passed down to we.
Yes.
See, the music
Ancestors.
from our ancestors, coming from Africa to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Are you really here?
Yeah, this is my real hair.
But you look like a wig.
Oh no, it's not.
You look like a wig.
I'm half Asian, so I have Asian hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
the white ear.
Yeah, I have white hairs because I'm older than you guys. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Stay steadfast, stand firm in the Gideon. United we strong, divided we fall. Rastafari, guide over all. Selassie.
We couldn't do a Kingston video without filming jerk chicken, of course. This is probably the most famous food to come out of Jamaica. It is a chicken that is smoked over usually a specific kind of wood to give it a distinct flavor. And Jamaicans use a specific jerk spice mix, and they often add spicy sauce over it to give it even more of a kick. It's a very popular street food. So you can see here, there's a couple of vendors set up. This is right across from the American Embassy. And across the city, you'll see kind of jerk hotspots where you have a lot of vendors coming together to sell it from one place. So this is a really special grill pit that you see all over the city. So this probably used to be like a barrel for oil or something, right? It used to be like an industrial barrel.
Yeah.
And then it's converted and you put the charcoal in there. Do you use a special kind of charcoal for the meat?
Yeah, wood coal, burn, and then we use it back after.
Yeah, and then it gives it like a distinctive smoky flavor. What's used to spice the chicken?
I use ground provision like scallion, onion, pepper, thyme, walker's oat, spur tree, blend season, ginger, jerk season, all-purpose, spice, chicken spice.
So there's a lot of flavor being smoked into the chicken. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. It smells amazing. How long do you season the chicken for?
I season it like from Tuesday, I season it like from 5 days ago.
So it's like seasoned to the bone. We got the goods and we're gonna go try it now. So often it's taken to go and then you eat it with your fingers. So we'll try it in the car. So jerk chicken, you usually buy it by the quarter, and then you can choose between breast and wing or thigh and drumstick. This one looks like it's a breast and wing situation. They serve it with white bread. It really smells amazing. It's a really common late night snack too. And really, it's kind of like the perfect nighttime food. You know, if I'm a little drunk, it's 3 a.m. It's perfect. It's nutritious, full of protein. Anyway, let me try it now. We don't have sauce on this, which I think is unusual, but it doesn't really need it because he seasons it for so many days that the whole thing is like perfectly savory. There's a little spice. There's kind of like a little garlicky twang. It's really flavorful chicken. And of course it's smoked. It's just excellent. I love jerk chicken. We've been eating this almost every single day in our 2 weeks in Kingston, so that says something.
Rastafarianism. You've heard of it? We've all heard of it. To outsiders, it's associated with dreadlocks, reggae, and ganja. But these are just the visible symbols of a much deeper worldview, centered around African identity and liberation. Mojiba, a Kingston local, takes us into the heart of Rastafari culture, starting at Dubwise, a vegetarian food court and music venue.
Can you tell us about the hairstyle?
I do it myself because I love art and colors so much, right? And also protecting from energies. So I thought, okay, I can actually make my hair look pretty, but it also has a spiritual meaning behind it.
And it's a Rastafarian tradition, right? To wear your hair in dreadlocks?
Absolutely, but don't get it twisted. There are lots of Rastas who do not have dreadlocks. So that's a misconception a lot of people have.
And is there a spiritual meaning to dreadlocks for the Rastafarian community?
It's like almost rebelling, like I'm not gonna conform to society telling me I must have straight hair as a black person. Back in the days, you know that they used to crucify people with dreadlocks. I don't know if you ever heard about the Coral Garden massacre, where hundreds of Rastas were beaten and killed and murdered. So growing your dreadlocks is just saying, I'm natural, just like the trees.
I think one of the really striking things about Jamaica is it's a relatively small country and it's had such a big impact. And I think a lot of it is rooted in struggle and hardship because this company had such a rough history, but then the people were able to create something so beautiful from it.
That's our strength. We have a saying in Jamaica where we say, we're little, but we're taller. And that's meaning we're a small country, but we're so resilient and powerful.
So what do you think are the biggest struggles that people are facing today in Jamaica?
The mental health is out of control. How they treat women and children is heartbreaking. Men have a vengeance against women in this country. The price of living is not cheap. And within all of that, I love Jamaica. The energy of the environment, the nature, the beauty of the beaches and all of that. It's a very spiritual place.
The Veggie Campus stall at Dubwise is owned by our new friend Brent. He serves plant-based dishes inspired by Ital cuisine, a Rastafari tradition that emphasizes a close connection to the earth.
So tell us about what we're eating today.
So this is quinoa, vegan mac and cheese, cauliflower wings, barbecue circles.
So this is Ital food, right? Can you tell me what that is?
Ital is the original vegan.
Original vegan. And so it's very natural, organic, right? No meat. It's just meant to be as natural as possible.
Yeah.
With lots of love.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it. Okay,
Yes,
let's try it. Yeah.
The cameraman cannot dig it.
I know, he always has to wait. Unfortunately. Yeah, I definitely taste the Indian spices there. That's delicious, wow. I think even our cameraman, who is a rampant Brazilian meat eater, will find this enjoyable and flavorful.
I told you, it was delicious.
See, look at him enjoying vegetarian food.
That is pretty good.
The core philosophies of Rastafari are as follows: African pride and anti-colonialism as a foundation, Ethiopia as a spiritual homeland, because it largely remained independent during the colonial era, The crowning of Haile Selassie, the Emperor of Ethiopia. Views vary, but many regard him as a divine figure. Babylon, referring to systems of oppression like colonialism. And natural living, in many cases, following a vegetarian diet. At House of Dread, you get to see these practices up close and personal. And today is a special day, as elder Rastafari are being honored with an afternoon of care from the community.
The people need a savior. Over here to need a dirty book, man. Here comes Carbandia.
We as Rastafari people, we live a ital lifestyle where we know that everything in nature is within us, not just herb. Rastafari doesn't just smoke herb alone. Yeah. We have a broader knowledge of all the medicinal plants, right?
So it's all about natural healing, natural food straight from the earth, being one with nature.
We'd also made certain mention about political stances. The true Rastaman has to speak in a way that is almost biblical then.
So let's say you have the perfect Rastaman, like does everything by the book. What does his life look like?
The perfect Rastaman lives as a king and treat woman as queen and have a kingdom of sorts, building, producing. We as Rastaman look to His Majesty as how is the right way to do things. When His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica on the 21st of April 1966, he had said that we Jamaicans are his blood brothers. And we still here in Jamaica as Rastafari celebrate that day when he visited Jamaica.
What's the political outlook?
The first famous Rastaman who really put Jamaican Rasta on the map is Bob Marley, and he came with the reason of one love, which is an important aspect because we have to have love, but there has to be a level of order and discipline. Militancy also with Rastafari, in that we have standards that we're not willing to bend.
So it's not, I mean, it is love, but also you need to keep society in good shape.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Clean.
Would you say Rastafarianism is misunderstood in Jamaica itself?
Many people don't acknowledge the fact that Haile Selassie is a Christian king and that you have many different kinds of Rasta. So Ethiopian Orthodox culture and faith is integral as a Rastafari to I. But there are many different sorts. You have Bobo, you have Bingi, you have 12 Tribe, you have School of Vision, you have just the man who get up and yawn and stretch and say, Ja,
I'm Rasta today.
Right.
Africa is our father. Yeah, Africa is our father's home. Africa is our father.
Long before reggae carried Rastafarian ideas around the world, there was Nyabingi, a tradition of sacred drumming and chanting rooted in African musical traditions. One of the key figures behind the genre was Count Ozzy, Mojiba's father. His band, The Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, helped bring Nyabingi drumming into Jamaican popular music, laying the foundations for reggae. Now, his son carries on his legacy.
So this is your father, Count Ozzy, right?
Yeah, this is the great Count Ozzy, you know. It's always, as a youth, I would always do this. I look up the street, but it's always my hands is always rubbing his shoulder.
Aww.
You know, because he died at a very young age for me. So, you know, it was like here today and gone tomorrow. And when there wasn't anyone worthy enough to open the book and reveal the 7 seals thereof. You know, we do this like every Sunday night. Traditionally, we play Coronation, and we do a medley of songs, you know, in terms of worshipping, you know, His Majesty.
Ah, so drumming is a part of the worshiping process.
All praises is to His Majesty. Terrible among them, he did not like the name.
And it seems like everywhere we go in Jamaica, like music is just really in your blood.
Music is every part of us. It's in our culture, it's in our lifestyle. If you look at this lady walking, this young lady walking, she's walking rhythmic. There's a rhythm to what we do. You will see a guy going down the street and he's just bouncing because somewhere in his head there's a music that we are not hearing.
And it's for all situations. It's for party, it's for grieving, joy, sadness.
The artist is always speaking of the atrocities of the poor people. It is the avenue. It's an avenue of getting your feelings out, So it's like venting. So, a person from overseas, they can play reggae, but they won't play it with that soul, because we have a soul that comes with the music, where it comes from oppression and all of that. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, I live with you, peace and love.
We're with Brent this morning, and he's going to take us around Coronation Market, which is a massive market. And do people shop here more than at the grocery stores in Kingston?
It depends. A lot of people do. Some have never been.
Yeah, fair enough. But the prices are better than the markets,
much
right?
better. Some of the grocery stores buy from the people who come here. Yeah.
And one thing that really shocked me when we first arrived at Kingston was how expensive the supermarkets are. Like, it's California prices, but without the California salary. So it's just pretty crazy. I mean, California is the most expensive state in America.
Right.
So that should give you an idea.
Coronation Market is the largest produce market in Jamaica, located in the heart of downtown Kingston. Inside, you'll find yams, coconuts, Scotch bonnet peppers, and mountains of local ingredients. Hand carts weave through crowded aisles. Outside, vendors sell clothing, phone accessories, really anything you can imagine. A sensory overload in every way.
What are the core ingredients that you use in Jamaican cooking?
Well, this is a basic. Scallion, we have thyme, we have Scotch bonnet pepper.
This is very important, right? This
is local. Most of our food here are local produce. If it's your soup, you add the scallion, the thyme, the Scotch bonnet pepper to give it a nice Jamaica flavor, and you get a nice aroma from it. And then you have your garlic. It all depends on what you're cooking.
What would you say is the spice tolerance of the average Jamaican?
If Scotch bonnet pepper not in the pot, it's like the flavor die out.
Yeah, spicy everything, right? I've noticed.
The spicy is like...
Don't bother cook if you don't have no pepper.
What are your favorite ingredients to cook with?
Scallion right through. Scallion do the hard work.
It do the hard work.
So what's the price difference here with the supermarket?
It's half the price.
Half the price, yeah.
Sometimes less. If you're at the supermarket,
this would
pound,
be $400 to $500.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be more.
Yeah.
Right.
Jamaica is not cheap, and many feel the squeeze. Some grow their own food or raise livestock, while others rely on markets like this to put food on the table. Vendors hustle too. For generations, women in particular built livelihoods buying, transporting, and selling produce throughout the island. That's what makes this market the center of Jamaica's informal economy, and a window into everyday life here in Kingston.
Oh, is this your child?
Oh yeah? You kidnapped the kid?
Yeah. This is Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, August Town.
Battle life like a cold water water. With a child killer, not of them and it's a gas. The final ready, then the killer him, they are with the clock party. And the other road of bossa. A case wall and find the bambosa. Once I know we crush the boat like Costa. One shot of us, and like Pokemon, and run down the boat, kick him up and dump him. The girls want to be to a kind in a feed the data. Give me the dog, but you act right. Go. Girls love me, they wanna kiss me, they all miss me, wanna assist me. You don't diss me, or try to switch me. You diss me, you diss me.
I'm gonna teach you on the rough, Ross, so face yourself. You're either jealous or the weed, near relax yourself. Let the team coach, other play yourself. Other man in the mirror, yes, I know myself. Use the bullet on the gun, load it up yourself. Fully loaded right now, try to hurt yourself. Got beef in so we need to protect ourselves. If you don't do that, you already hurt yourself. I think I'm going to be mad, I think I'm losing my head. I'm gonna shield my beard, I'll cut off my head. Do you believe that bullshit, what I said? I would never do that.
During our time here, I often found myself wondering, why are places shaped by struggle so culturally alive? Jamaica, Brazil, New Orleans, places with a history of colonization and oppression, where even today, violence and economic inequality is a daily reality. But louder than the struggle is creativity. Musical genres being invented, new forms of dance, iconic dishes created from scarcity, culture that literally influences the entire world. There are many answers, but all of it comes down to the resilience of people who don't let hardship define who they are, and joy as a form of resistance. Because without joy, we are nothing.
And a rebel God, yes to a cause, one remembering we are the first and last, yeah. Recycle souls, never lost, no. Man ancestors, them never gone, no. Lions arise again, we try to fill the void, a size 10. Ancient days, powers mighty, just like before. A size 10. King Tafari, I take the lead, so try learn the road.